Welcome back. Well, before the game, Ray Tracy made the point that this is one of the showpiece occasions for Irish football, and some of the best players in the country were involved in today's final, among them Paul Doolan. Ray, he actually started extremely well, but he's faded a good bit.
He did. He's playing second string now to the inimitable Dave Barry. I still fancy Paul Doolan to come in and impose himself on the game. I've never seen him be out of the game for so long without making some serious contribution. That's one of the things Derry may have up their sleeve.
What will McLaughlin be saying very briefly?
I think he has to be sort of saying to him, look, be patient, it's going to come and build it up. I don't think there's going to be any frustration setting in there or anything else because they're so professional. They're there to win the game. Obviously Cork have brought it to them now and possibly it might change a little bit in the second half.
Worried about the flexibility, though, you were saying earlier on, of the capacity to adjust?
Well, this is it. They might not, you know, again, I think he's so rigid that he will stick to his 4-4-2 and he won't change it. OK, we've got to leave it there. Let's go back now to Dalymount Park and join George Hamilton for commentary on the second half.
Now, welcome back to Dalymount Park, where it's begun to rain in the half-time interval. Nothing serious, you understand, just a steady drizzle. That might soften up the pitch sufficiently to prevent the high bouncing ball that we've seen in the first half. Both sides on the pitch, of course, and Derry City and the Candy Stripes will play left to right in the second half. Dave Barry will be hoping to stamp his authority on this game in the second half. Speak won the ball from him. That's away by Long. Okay. And once more. Won by Carey, and even on the ground he was able to get it away, but it's gone straight to goal. No handball. Doolan lost it to Barry. Kay beating Caulfield. Gold against Carey, and it's a goal kick. Much to the annoyance of the Derry fans on the terrace, but it is a goal kick. Stuart Gold up and joining the attack early in the second half. By Kay, goes Frayne. Neville playing it to Gold. Gold did that rather nicely, but tried to get the ball across the halfway line. Too high for Long. Carlisle. Long recovered. Now Frayne. He ran himself into trouble there. Ball is out off Paul Carlisle, and it's Cork ball.
I think there's the perfect example with the freedom Neville possesses, playing a 60-yard ball over the head of Philip Long for Paul Carlisle, who really should have gone on to it and done a little bit better on it. You can't at any stage become relaxed once Neville has possession of the ball.
Neville, fitter by trade. Very much part of Derry now, having followed Jim McLaughlin there from Shamrock Rovers. Well, now the roar for Derry City. The first opportunity, really, the fans have had was Derry press on Cork. Neville, Coyle, Carey, and Harrington has come out for that.
This is the test now for Cork City. Can they sustain the next 10 or 15 minutes of pressure that Derry are going to inflict on them? Because they love playing into this goal end. There's plenty of space out there to get them to build the thing up. Cork have run themselves for 45 minutes and are bound to be tired. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Frayne, fouled by Coyle. And Paddy Daly taking no nonsense there. Mick Conroy. It's towards Nugent, an important touch by Kay, and cleared by Carlisle. Healy beaten by the bounce of the ball, and then Barry there to take command. Dave Barry shuttling back and forwards through the middle of the park for Cork. That's on by Nugent. Gold. Speak. With Harrington. Brady underneath. Cody. Murphy with him. Good ball to Brady. Speak and Coyle wanted in the middle. Doolan's there too. But the sting taken out of the cross and easily saved by Harrington. Put out a play by Murphy. Murphy, Cork City captain. Number 2. Oh, Barry got in on Neville there. And then falling over Cody. Cody having pulled him down, in fact, as it appeared. Free kick to Cork City.
Well, the play so far, I know it's only a couple of minutes, but the game can be decided in a couple of minutes. They forced the game back into the Derry half. They killed it again. A couple of back passes to the goalkeeper. That's exactly what they'll have to do if they can maintain it, smash him. Just before John Cody played the ball through there for Kevin Brady in the outside left position, it was a bit worrying that Liam Murphy took a little bit longer to get to him. When the ball was in the air, if he'd moved closer earlier, he could have put out the movement altogether, which is what we were doing earlier on in the game.
And ball against Speak. Barry with a free kick to Long. Nugent. Frayne. Barry once more, and Long, and Barry. Cork trying to build up a move here. Might come down for Frayne. Healy got in. Now Nugent. Frayne. Well, he snatched rather at that. Might have made more of it, but perhaps surprised that he got the opportunity.
Surprised he got the opportunity. Plenty of space. Really should have took it and had a look then to see what he could go on with it, and probably done better with it. Because in front of the penalty area like that, when you get so much space, it's a shame just to throw your foot in and have more hope than anything else.
Free kick against Speak. Johnny Speaks had a tough out afternoon. Battling hard to add to his goal tally. As is Liam Coyle. Cody. A missed kick there by Healy. Long. That's gone to Gold. Derry coming forward in numbers, but a good challenge by Philip Long. Only Caulfield is up. 2 Cork to 3 Derry. Now supported by Nugent. Long back to Frayne. And out off Carlisle. But perhaps a growth in Cork confidence. Long. Barry. And again from Nugent. And Murphy. And in behind them's gone Conroy. Support arriving from Murphy. Frayne. Oh, and a poor ball by Patsy Frayne. Felix Healy bringing it away. But one back by Healy. Long. Healy. It's Neville. Speak was almost offside there, but they opted not to use him. And Noel Healy involved in much of that, getting it back to Harrington.
Well, Cork have set out exactly the same way. They've changed the tactics a little bit, and they're not pumping high balls in because obviously they can see no joy coming from that. Patsy Frayne's getting on it, Barry is getting on it, Long is getting on it, and they're playing the better football now. They're playing the best football in the last 3 minutes than they've done all game.
And that's Frayne now for Murphy. Barry losing to Brady. And Brady fouled by Liam Murphy. Took the legs from under Kevin Brady.
The problem is if they do play the football, their final ball can let them down so much, and that's when Derry can really expose them.
Now McNeville. Knocked away by Long, and it's Frayne. Good ball to Nugent, and support from Barry here. But again, Brady's pace, though Barry's strength held him off. Barry's cross, a poor one in the finish, and away by Neville. But that was the best move that Cork have strung together. One back again by Frayne. Cork beginning to believe in themselves. Patsy Frayne, once more the final ball not good enough. And this time the foul by Kevin Nugent on McNeville.
It's much better stuff, much better quality passing. Again, the last ball after 4 or 5 passes has been given away, and it does look like they're getting cut out. When Cork grow in confidence and they're starting to push forward, they're actually more vulnerable than they have been, because I don't think they're capable of doing it.
Knocked forward by Conroy to Nugent. Brady with another pacey run getting back. And he really has had a good game, Kevin Brady, at left back. His pace, superb, as is his covering. Gold to Doolan. Now it's Coyle, but knocked away by Carey. Challenge from Gold on Caulfield. Doolan. Gold. Doolan. Couldn't keep it in play. And there's the Cork manager, Noel O'Mahony, literally on the edge of his seat. He's rung the changes tactically at half-time, and I'm sure he's happy with the way things have begun in the second half.
It would seem that Noel has said to himself he has a chance today, and not just a chance by going out and spoiling, but maybe he can go and win the blooming game. The only problem with it is that when you're involved in so much passing to your own team, that when you lose possession of the ball, it leaves an awful lot more gaps than there has been prior to that.
Dispossessed by Healy, but Murphy there for Cork. Now Barry. Brady. Conroy in again. There's a lot of useful work in midfield, Mick Conroy. There at the point of breakdown. Noel Healy. Long. Carlisle very nearly dispossessed him. To affect his confidence there. Caulfield. Ball still in play. Now it's out. It's Cork's ball. Frayne for Barry. Nugent. Through for Caulfield. Kay. Just nudged by John Caulfield. A moment when there might have been an opportunity for Cork. Meanwhile, a substitution about to be made. And Derry City are withdrawing John Cody, who's struggled manfully on the left side of midfield but hasn't really made much impact, and are replacing him with a third striker. So an indication there, just 12 minutes into the second half, but Jim McLaughlin is desperate for more penetration. Noel Larkin going on.
That surprises me. It surprised me because they've done away with their balance. I know John has had a hard time since he come back from Chelsea, but it does away with their balance, and it's a bit of a gamble really, because they're going to get more people in around the penalty area, and they'd be hoping for touch-ons rather than the composed build-up that they normally do.
Well, that's Jim McLaughlin's first adjustment. 57 minutes of the match gone, and there's Noel Larkin's first touch. Coyle goes in, and Harrington made a brave save. Well, that turned out nearly to be the most inspired of substitutions, and 2 Cork men are laid out. Brian Carey injured in the initial challenge by Noel Larkin, and then the goalkeeper Harrington so brave in going down to thump the ball away from the onrushing Coyle. Here's the incident again. Mick Neville's free kick. He can always pick out his players up front. Larkin, Carey fell badly. Coyle went in and caught Harrington Harrington, though, doing what the goalkeeper has to do and doing it bravely.
Sure, it was offside there as well. I was here in the league game when Noel Larkin came on with 10 minutes to go against Bohemians, and inside 5 minutes he got the winner into the same goal. But again, this is going to be a great test for young Carey to see if he can master Noel Larkin in the air. While the legs may not be as young as they were some time ago, he's certainly still got quality in the air, and I think it'll be a good confrontation.
Here's the incident once more, and you'll see Carey 5 there, and he fell awkwardly. That's what hurt him. Now watch Liam Coyle going through on the keeper. His foot was high. He caught Phil Harrington there. I should think there'll be a free kick will result. Carey's all right too. Just a quarter of an hour of the second half gone, and still no goals. Noel Larkin's first touch quite influential. Both Cork players okay once more. There's a little touch on by Barry. Conroy, and now it's Coyle. And Doolan trying to run through the middle. Harrington's come a long way, and Long has sliced it. And Cork in all manner of disarray, and very fortunate indeed to survive that. Doolan coming charging through the middle, and the goalkeeper Harrington, as in fact a free kick has been awarded, or is it a goal kick? But it's Cork's kick anyway. But watch this as Doolan goes through the middle, storming through the middle. The goalkeeper was right out of his goal. Then a missed kick by Philip Long, and in fact it must have been a free kick, because surely it should have been a corner if it came off the Cork man Philip Long last.
And it's a total change of pace now. The ball's going to be played forward early. How will Cork respond to the 3 men being played up front, and to cut out the runs Paul Doolan makes, because he hasn't made them in the first half too much. He's renowned for them, and he'll have to be picked up. It looks like Cork are going to bravely go man for man across the front, which is admirable.
Well, it's that introduction of Noel Larkin has certainly injected added spice to the contest, and it's picked up pace since that moment. That's in towards Caulfield. Barry shooting! And Dave Barry hits the post! And Derry City survived by the skin of their collective teeth.
Fabulous effort. How did it stay on?
Barry, inspirational. And now the shot from Nugent has gone wide. Here's that incident again. It was Conroy with the cross, Caulfield with the knockdown, and there goes Barry's shot, and the post saving Derry City.
Terrific volley from Dave Barry. Interesting to note that the cross came in unopposed from the right-hand side where John Cody has been. So it's really all open. Both sides have said we want to win the game, and we could have a terrific second half.
It's a great effort from Barry. And now Bowdren. Offside against Cork. Free kick to Derry. Outstanding, inspirational effort from Barry. Dalton was beaten all ends up, and the post took it on the meat. Oh, and a mistake there by Carey. In from Larkin, and Murphy doing well, and Harrington eventually going to claim the ball. But Cork looking a touch uncertain at the back.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really cup football. All the passion is being thrown out the window, and it's get the ball forward and see what you can pick up after that. It's all to play for. 25 minutes or so to go.
There it is again. A mistake it was on that occasion by Brian Carey. But Derry City fans now finding their voices, because Derry, with the 3 men up front, are beginning to turn the screw. Dave Barry's shot notwithstanding.
It's ironic that Cork's performance and lifting the game and taking the game to Derry could work against them crowd-wise, because they're making a game of it, and as soon as they make a game of it, the crowd will get involved, and people will start doing things instinctively, and really when that happens, disciplines can be lost, and Derry had a better team, man for man.
Cork won the throw over there. Hamilton came racing off his line and very nearly was punished for it. He doesn't seem to be altogether happy with the way those in the back four in front of him have been performing in recent minutes. Carlisle, Doolan, and Caulfield taking command. Handball, free kick Cork. Michael Conroy standing over the ball to take the free kick. In goes Nugent. Dalton's hands again are safe. And the early long ball to Coyle. Puck's letting him down. Frayne losing to Carlisle. Coyle. And that seemed to go right off Phil Long. Throw to Derry. Find its way up to Nugent. One back. Healy, and now it's Neville. And the run for the pacey Kevin Brady in behind the defence, but the ball just running out of play. Confirmation of the attendance at this match just come through. 20,100 in Dalymount Park. 20,100 paid in to watch this FAI Cup final. Marvellous occasion. The football perhaps not matching it for periods of the game, but this cup final has certainly come to life since the introduction of Noel Larkin. Carlisle, Conroy away, but nobody up there for Cork. This kick by Frayne, recovery by Carey. Healy, Doolan and Coyle. Frayne back to Harrington.
If Cork can just master the final ball, I tell you, they could have them in all sorts of trouble.
Healy, Doolan. And now Coyle. Speak to his left, Larkin to his right. And also support from Carlisle. Paul Carlisle behind the defence and blocked his shot completely. And no wonder the goalkeeper is smiling.
Should have scored. Right shoe, gone by the fullback, done all the hard work, kept it under control, and then sliced it just in front of the goal, 7-8 yards away. Should have scored.
He did all the hard work before that. It was the finish that was poor. From the other angle, he found his space very well. Cork had all been sucked in, but the shot was poor. That's on from Larkin. And Healy's missed it, and Speak couldn't control it, and that's a goal kick.
That's another chance. Cork are really gone ragged, and since the crowd and the atmosphere has been lifted, it's all Derry. 2 or 3 half chances. Normally Jonathan Speak would have certainly got down on target, because he delights on people just mistouching or getting touch-ons.
Larkin's little header, a mistake by Healy, and Speak was just crowded out of it by Murphy. As Derry City's fans have come to life. Coyle. Fouled Murphy. Free kick. Dave Barry. Gold went in. Patsy Frayne. And gold now for Kay. Too long for Speak.
I wonder will Cork have the courage and the discipline really to carry on the way they played when they came out in the second half, to get the balls, keep passing around the possession rather than giving balls away. Be nice if they could.
think as we move into the final quarter of the game, it's Derry who are beginning to establish an upper hand in this. Still scoreless, of course, and Cork having come the closer to scoring with that thunderbolt from Dave Barry. Hit the post, but Derry seemingly riding on the emotion of the crowd. Can Cork do something here? It's Johnny Caulfield. Good run behind the defender. Goal kick. Neville stuck to his task very well. Larkin losing to Carey. Now it's Doolan. Challenge was from Long. Gold. And it's Coyle. Conroy got it away. Baldwin missed his kick. Caulfield touched it on. Conroy losing to Carlisle. And it really is tough in there. Dave Barry. Caulfield claiming he was held. Okay. Barry annoyed that the pass wasn't better measured. Certainly the game has quickened considerably. 20 minutes to go. Derry City 0, Cork 0. That's over the top from goal towards Speak. Carlisle. The ball was out. Throw to Cork City. It's back to Liam Coyle, away by Kay. It's now with Liam Murphy.
Comparing the two men at the back who are taking free kicks and kicking long balls, mostly Mick Neville and Liam Murphy on Cork, there's no comparison between the two. And you know, with all due respect to Liam, he's given the ball away far too often for the like of Cork City. Whereas the other case, anytime Mick Neville has got it, he's played holding balls wide, holding balls in behind, and he've always kept possession from a change of defence to attack immediately.
Away by Kerry. Conroy. Caulfield. Conroy again. It's a little movement. We end up to knock it back to Liam Murphy. That's towards Kevin Nugent. Dalton was able to climb higher.
That's the very ball I was talking about. Long, high ball. Far too high played in for him, given Timmy Dalton played trying to come.
Derry sweeping forward with Coyle. Carlisle. Through the legs for Doolan. And Harrington stops it. That was well engineered by Paul Carlisle and Paul Doolan. Doolan so lethal in positions like that.
Nice bit of skill from Carlisle. I think he deliberately played the ball through the defender's legs there, pushing it through for Paul Doolan. Great chance.
All beginning with Coyle, then it was Carlisle. And watch this, through the legs of Healy for Doolan. And the shot well stopped. Back live, it's Harrington to clear. Doolan. Carlisle. Gold. Gold pulling back, Philip Long. And Long and Gold just having a collective goal. Free kick from Long.
It's another free kick that Cork have given away. Anytime they play this short and got a couple of passes there, they look dangerous if they can only get the final ball right. But to continually play long, high balls, basically to Derry City, is a little bit of madness.
Well, Jim McLaughlin left a picture there in the front row, so near to that cup. I wonder, will the red ribbons stay on it at the end of the 90 minutes, or will it be Cork's day? So there's how it stands in the FAI Harplager Cup with a quarter of an hour to go. Dave Barry coming closest, with the upright saving Derry. Won by Murphy, shot from Doolan, deflected away off Dave Barry. And that's a corner to Derry City. Corner to Derry, which Felix Healy will take. Patsy Frayne on the near post. Murphy standing his ground with Speak. Healy to take the corner. Near post again. And that's another corner off the head of Michael Nugent and John Caulfield together. Worrying times in the Cork penalty area, as ever Jack Kay is posted by the near upright. Healy once more. Again towards Kay. It's Coyle gets it. Brave header away by Dave Barry. And the shot was from Noel Larkin, but there was offside against Speak. And a free kick to Cork. That was some shot from Noel Larkin, and Dave Barry is down. In fact, it's not Dave Barry, it's one of the other defenders, is it?
I think it's Dave Barry. I think when you look at it again from the flick on, the ball's hobbling in the 6-yard box, and Dave threw himself out and knowing fully that he was going to get a kick smack full in the face. I think you'll see that. But
from Coyle, that's Barry heading away. Indeed, it was Speak who caught him just as he was falling.
He's got to be commended for his courage.
And Dave Barry feeling a little better, I should think. Tony O'Sullivan having sorted him out. Let's watch again. Barry is the man nearest the post for Cork, as it were, in that shot. Barry is number 4 right in the middle of the goal mouth, pointing just there, and you'll see when the corner comes in how he dives bravely to head the ball away. There's the corner. Watch Barry as it's flicked on, bravely heading down, colliding with Speak. Harrington did well, but he didn't need to because the free kick had been awarded. At the other end, it's a goal kick to Derry City. The minutes ticking away. It's now a little over 12 to go.
If Derry City are to, or if Cork City are to score a goal during the game, I'm sure they'd prefer to score it late, which is going to be now, rather than early, and have the deluge of Derry coming at you, really.
Well, it's approaching that point in the game at which any goal is likely to decide it. Either that, or we'll be back here next Sunday. Nugent, Frayne, used the hand. High ball to Patsy Frayne would obviously have to be an optimistic ploy anyway. He's unlikely to be climbing as high as some others.
Normally would stay away from there, just try and pick up the pieces.
Coyle. But Brady on the overlap. But he hadn't quite the pace to collect that. And a throw to Cork City. was Carey at the head. That's Healy. And Barry away. And interesting, Cork have only left John Caulfield up. Scrolled. And then Barry hoofing it away.
A little bit of composure from Dave Barry there, and Cork were again in with a chance of building something up from the left.
Well, Noel O'Mahony is, I think, feeling that there should be more men forward because this match is there for the winning as far as his team's concerned. Healy. Conroy couldn't control it. Now Coyle. Murphy. Minutes to go. Cork City 0, Derry City 0. Coyle. Challenge was Murphy's and a good clean when it was 2. Now Barry. To Caulfield. He didn't control that with his hands to the referee. And Cork have now got men forward. Brady coming back on him. Eventually it's cleared. Free kick has been awarded against John Caulfield. Well, you note that John Caulfield's eye wound is beginning to seep blood again, but it's been a brave performance from him after picking up that injury with only 10 minutes of the game gone. That's in towards Jonathan Speake. But Cork were alive to the danger. Will Harrington come out for that? The ball has stood up and Harrington had to be brave.
The tricky ones to come and judge when they haven't really got the pace on them. They're just lobbing. Particularly the way the ground is, you're not sure whether you come all the way and they go over your head, so you've got to be careful. He did well.
Conroy. And out for a throw to Derry City. Eight minutes to go. No goals. The pitch making life awkward for Stuart Gold. That was Frayne. Ball is out. Free kick was not awarded. The throw-in was. Ball taking it, and now Cork moving away with Conroy. On from Conroy, looking for Caulfield. Supporters come from Paul Bowdren, but Caulfield beat himself. Goal kick to Derry. It's significant too that Paul Bowdren's been conspicuous by his absence in the second half. Difficult afternoon for him. There's the Derry City bench, and on the right there, John Cody already showered and ready for the post-match action, having been replaced by Noah Larkin.
The game has gone scrappy again for the last 10 minutes or so. Midfield has become non-existent and ball's just being played back and forward without any deal of care.
Mistake there by Healy, but he recovered himself well. Frayne putting pressure on Harrington.
You wouldn't want to suffer a dose of the nerves now. I mean, the last thing you want to do is to concede the space that they've refused to concede all game, just because the end is drawn near with a little bit of fear of maybe losing the game. Because if they do concede and the game is played in the Cork box, they lose.
Still even Steven. And here's Dave Barry for Cork. Support from Frayne. And Barry now releasing him, but Gold got the foot in. It's Carlisle to lead the counter-attack for Derry. Barry in chase. Barry bringing him down. Free kick to Derry City. Dave Barry had made an enormous amount of ground all the way up the field, attacking for Cork and then shadowing Carlisle all the way back. Really gutsy performance. Barry on his shoulder, but feeling that Carlisle was posing such a threat that he had to dispose of that threat in that manner. And a free kick to Derry City in a very good position, and this won't do the nerves of Cork City any good at all. Just 5 minutes on the clock. Cork's wall will have to come back.
And certainly I see Mick Neville in the left-hand side of the pitch, who is well capable of straightening and sizing himself up.
So Cork's wall has to hold firm here. Carlisle in the wall, perhaps to leave a little gap as Felix Healy comes to try and find a way through. Blocked by John Caulfield, and Derry have a throw. Healy again. Lost it. It's Cork City. Missed kick by Long, that's out. Carlisle. Out off Doolan. And the minutes ticking away. 4 to go now. Any success at this stage would surely be decisive. Doolan. Another throw. It's Long once more. Now ploughing a lonely furrow, it's Kevin Nugent. And the other Kevin Brady, knocking it back to the goalkeeper. Throw to Cork. Just under 3 minutes to go. Up forward by Healy. And Derry trying to mount a final charge. Still scoreless after all this time. Cork weathered that particular storm. But at this stage, I suppose the comment that a draw would be a fair result would hold good, because they have tended to cancel each other out both sides. Cork did have the opportunity with that shot from Dave Barry of going ahead, but it was a millimetre or two off target and rattled the post instead. But Cork have done a very good job, and I suppose on points you could say they'd won this match, but
Yeah, I think they had to decide as to who's the best team on the day. If you had to pick a winner, you'd have to go for Cork, for their courage, for their commitment, and especially for the first 10 minutes in the second half, 15 minutes, where they played the nicest football of the whole game. The only pity is that they didn't continue with that. I can understand the fears of not wanting to lose the game, but if they had kept going and interpassed and tried to build the things up, I think maybe with one decisive ball at the end of it, they could have been more successful.
so can anybody take that, or will both ribbons stay till the finish? Well, that was Speak. We're now inside the final minute of normal time. But there's an injury there on the far side to a Cork player. So that's another hold-up. Michael Conroy is down on the ground and injured, and more attention required. Of course, the bad news for Cork City and for Noel O'Mahony here is that if it does go to a replay, they'll have to line out without Dave Barry, because the Gaelic footballers at Cork are heading off on Tuesday for New York and the National League final over there.
It's a shame, really, because Dave Barry's contribution has been immense. Obviously, he had the chance to win the game himself, but his left foot had a little rankle with him. It's just one of those things when you have a sportsman of the ability that he has.
Well, singing around the ground, but I don't think anyone's going to be singing in celebration of winning the cup. I think the 20,100 are going to have to think about coming back same time, same place next week. Michael Conroy still receiving attention. We are by now well inside injury time, so this is likely to be the last attack of the first edition of the 1989 FAI Cup final.
Certainly the way Cork are lining up here, they've had a ball in possession on the right hand side. They've only put one man in the box, so.
And there is time for no more. Paddy Daly blows the whistle. He has another senior match. The FAI Cup final remains undecided, and so it is a case of come back again next week and sort it all out. The replay at Dalymount Park this day week. And for Cork, the bad news, of course, that, as I say, Dave Barry won't be able to line out for them. Dave Barry, who had such an influence on Derry City today, and who very nearly deprived Derry of the cup with that shot that struck the upright. Well, they're happy anyway, I suppose. In some respects, they feel their team has won it. They came here perhaps more in hope than anything else, and you've got another journey to Dublin to make in the hope of winning the cup.
I don't think anybody realistically expected him to draw, never mind win, but the performance they turned in is what he has to be happy with. They weren't under the hammer, they weren't under any severe pressure, and I would feel they were a better team on the day. I think they're a little bit unfortunate that they didn't win.
So the teams leave the fray, an indication of how well Cork defended. The fact that Jonathan Speake and Liam Coyle, 36 goals between them this season, really had little or no threat to offer. Cork were so well organised, but why wouldn't they be? Noel O'Mahony, formerly a Teak-like defender himself in the League of Ireland, knows all about shutting the opposition out.
Teak is a good word to use. One hard man he was. But I'd say particularly pleased for young Cardi, because after the first header when Lagan come on and beat him, I don't think Noel beat him once in the air, and really he's done very well for a young player who's only in the game, come up with the size of the crowd here. I thought he was outstanding.
So a presentation, and there is Brian Carey, who has been awarded the tankard as the Hartlager man of the match, and quite right too. Quite right,
comes as no surprise from the very first minute where he had a shot just wide of the target, and then defensively his heading improved throughout the game. I tell you, he's very, very promising. He looked very, very promising.
So if there was no trophy, the major trophy was to remain on the shelf for another week. The one trophy that was won, that of Hartlager man of the match, went to a Cork man, and that was only fitting. Brian Carey, the man of the match. They'll all be back next week, barring Dave Barry, because the final score in the FAI Hartlager Cup final is Cork City 0, Derry City 0.
Thank you, George Hamilton. We get a quick comment from our studio panel here. An opportunity lost for Cork, Ray?
Yeah, I think so. I think Cork was slightly unlucky, particularly with Dave Barry's shot, but I wouldn't fancy them without Barry next week.
He is a huge influence, and he will be a big loss, won't he, Pat Devlin?
Oh, he done great today, and to be quite honest, I think Cork are going to be very happy going back. To be an extra few bob in the bank for next season, and to be quite honest, they've done themselves very proud today.
Indeed, Derry, with all their stars, didn't do as well as people had expected.
No, I think all credit goes to Cork, and with the shot from Barry early on in the second half, it's a little unfortunate that they haven't won it, but that's football.
McLaughlin is an amazing manager when you look on his track record of success with Dundalk and Shamrock Rovers. Surely he can orchestrate something very special for the next leg.
He can. He's got the best players in Ireland at his disposal. Cork went at them today, and they stopped them from looking the best players in Ireland. I'm sure he'll have them firing on all cylinders next week. Strangely enough, the only time Derry created problems for Cork was when they stopped trying to play what they're good at, which is their football, and just knock the ball forward. Then Cork came under the cosh a little bit and seemed a little bit unsure. But overall, Derry.
But it's
must
not
be
a typical Derry game, though, that kind of a game.
It's not. I was surprised that they did it. I expected them to keep playing their way through and creating goals or creating opportunities as opposed to hoping for opportunities. It's not typical. But next week, without Barry in the middle of the park, Derry must be very, very firm favourites.
OK, well, let's have a look now at that Barry shot that may well have decided today's cup final. And it was, I think you'll agree, Pat Devlin, a magnificent effort by him.
Oh, Sewer started with Conroy on the right, who done very, very well. A little knockdown, I don't think he meant it, but this volley was beautiful. Left foot, how it didn't go in is beyond me, but again, a little unlucky today.
Barry really is something special, isn't he, Ray?
On that particular shot, 9 times out of 10, the ball had hit the inside of the post, which it did there, and finish up in the far corner. Here it goes again. Good cross. I thought that the big Nugent did well there. Helped it down. You watch the ball. Inside of the post. 9 times out of 10 you expect to be picking it out of the far corner. Very, very unfortunate. A good game, by the way. I enjoyed the game.
You were making the point, actually, both of you, that it was a real... No, the quality of football may have been arguable at times, but an old-fashioned cup final in the best tradition, really, wasn't it?
Real cup game, I have to say, and I'd say the people there enjoyed it. And as I say, there's a lot of pressure out there, and obviously both teams want to go on and win it. But it was a typical game. There wasn't going to be a lot of great football in it. I suppose the day itself was a little bit windy, but great.
OK, we leave it there, lads. Thank you very much indeed. Just let me tell you that Liverpool and Forest will be playing their cup semi-final next Sunday at 4:30 in Old Trafford. And the news today is that Liverpool have beaten Celtic by 4 goals to 0. We're going to leave it there. Thank you for joining us.